Hello and welcome back. It's another lovely day out here, much better than the 2 days of torrential rain that we've had. So I've got a wee job to do today with the Watermate Pro. I'll talk about that in a moment. We're just installing some eyelets and then we'll run some very fine wire through them. And this section here, we're just going to have the wire zigzagging up and down so that I can then train the plants up the wire. Just installed 2 eyelets up at the top here on this purlin, and then down on this purlin we have 3 eyelets. I'm just running the wire up through all of the eyelets, zigzagging it up and down. And this is the final eyelet down here. We're using this wee device here, which is called the gripple. So it slides on to the steel cable. And then we'll put the steel cable through the eyelet and then thread the steel cable back through gripple and pull it tight. So that's it all tightened up. I think I'll just show you around how everything's doing. Up here, this salad here, this is getting too much water, so that's what we're going to have a go at fixing. Spring onions are looking happy. Chives I'm actually going to plant outside just along the border of the Polycrub here. The melons are doing very well. This will give you an idea of size compared to my finger. So that's what size they are at the moment. Bearing in mind they only grow to what, an inch and a bit. But the other types of melons, we've got Minnesota Midget and we've got Piel de Sapo. You can see here are starting to grow. Another one up here that's just flowered, and up here. And the fine wires that we put up along the top here, they seem to quite like hanging onto those. The tomatoes were getting a bit unruly, so I've had to put in plenty of stakes and again train them up the wire at the top. If you have a look about, there's plenty of tomatoes, some in here as well. And as we move along towards the end, there's some lovely tomatoes there. So it'll be a wee bit longer until these ripen, but hopefully not too long, because I quite fancy some tomatoes soon. So the issue is with these 2 troughs, they are getting watered with the 180 sprayers. So there's a sprayer up here and there's a sprayer up here, and it's just delivering too much water. So I'm going to take that nozzle out and I'm going to replace it with a length of the hose like this, and I'm going to put some drippers on the end. I've dug out my box of bits ready to make up this section of piping. So I've got the thin pipe, I've got a couple of valves, the stakes for holding it, got some drippers. I'm going to go for 3 for each one and see how that goes. I can always add more or take some away as required. And I've also got some T-pieces. So I'm going to get this made up. There we have it. That is one side done. So we've got valve coming down to a T-piece, and then we have 1, 2, 3 drippers. This is the current sprayer, which is a 180. So I'm hoping that I can just unscrew that. Oh, there. And I can just replace it with the thing I've just made up. So I'm just, oh, this is a push fit. Just clearing some of the gunk out of here. The algae is almost like what you would find on the top of a pond. So that just shows how wet it's been. But being above eye level for me, it was quite difficult to see. So we'll get all this out and then we'll let this dry off and then add some more compost on top. Next job is to organise our drippers. Put that one there, down that end. This one here in the middle, and then we've got this one towards the end. So we've got the valve fully closed at the moment, and that is just until this area dries out a bit and I get round to planting something else in it. Just to do the other side now. And there we have it, 2 dripper sets installed, one either side. So I'll report back in due course as to whether those are working or not. In the middle bed here, I nearly forgot, these are our figs. So we've got one there and one down here, which looks like the birds or something might have been at that. Doesn't look like it'll be too long until those ripen, and then we've got some other ones here just on the left. Got another fig just down here on this tree. Oh, and some more up in there too. Lemons are looking good. So we've got an enormous lemon here and also some smaller ones there. That's everything for today. Hope you've enjoyed it, and thanks for watching.